If you're anything like me, you might have that one game you always return to. That one game you can't seem to ever get away from. A game you spend so much time in that discovering the most minute detail possible surprises you. For me, that game is Black Ops 2 Zombies. I've spent so much time messing around in this game that I know some of the most absurd things that nobody with a sane mind should know. And yes, this is the second video. I have just that many things about this game, and I learned even more things about this game that I'm back for another round. So here's more dumb things I know about zombies. Alright, let's start at the beginning again with the good old Northern Hemisphere. Last time we talked about these trash cans at the bus depot that you could stand on. Well, what if I told you there was a third trash can all this time? Over at the town, there is another trash can that you can stand on. If you ever find yourself playing town instead of transit, like most people do, you can come see this trash can. You could stand on it and show all your friends. Everybody will love this trash can. For this next dumb little thing, I'd like you to imagine this for a little bit. You're playing with a friend and you open the Pack-a-Punch for them at Power so they can get in at town. They build every part for the Pack-a-Punch except for one of them and then get completely overwhelmed, leave the room, run into the fog, and die with the last part. Now you have no idea where the part is because you can't see 2 feet past your damn nose in the fog, and you're sitting here looking at your monitor like this. So what do you do then? Well, every part is on the Pack-a-Punch except for the battery, and I can't find it. If only there was some other battery on the map somewhere. Well, there just so happens to be 2 batteries on transit. One of them is for the Pack-a-Punch, and the other one is for the electric trap. But there's no way that actually works, right? One's meant for the electric trap, and one is meant for the Pack-a-Punch. So there's no way that... Oh. Yeah, it just works, actually. I guess that means there's 2 of the same part on the map, which is unlike any other part in the entire game, actually. And just to prove it further, I got the Pack-a-Punch battery through some unknown means. I restarted the game, and it does work in reverse for the electric trap. But it's just so unnecessary. All the parts are in here anyways. Why would you ever do this? All this running in transit takes so much time. Too bad there's no other way to go faster on this map. But what if you could? You see, with the Ray Gun Mark II, it pushes you backwards when you shoot it. Combine it with double tap, and now we can just go faster than the bus itself. Which means if you're godly lucky pulling the Mark II at the beginning of the game, you can cross all the lava lakes without dying. But we can take this even further. We can use the Mark II on top of the bus to jump across these 2 gaps, getting into the jug room and the power room without even needing to buy the doors. Oh, and since I'm really fast now and have a lot of points to spare, I went ahead and made the jet gun. You know, just cuz. If you're having a hard time seeing the overheat meter on the jet gun, hold out the jet gun, hop through a teleporter, and suddenly the HUD now has a percentage for the jet gun overheating. Don't know why there needs to be a bug to enable this, but just don't switch weapons ever and it won't go away. Or else you'll end up having to do it all over again. Can't see anything. Where am I? What is that noise? Oh god. It's fucking Die Rise. Mending my previous mistakes, this map may not be like my favorite thing ever, but you know, I'm here. Time to do what Die Rise is all about. Jumping right off the map. And living? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that this map is all about parkour. And parkour gamer jumps. Gamer jumps that are risky as hell and not worth it most of the time. Here's some of the awesome gamer jumps that I found throughout Die Rise. Use these gamer jumps throughout your matches to improve your skills. You won't die, I promise. Oh, and not exactly a gamer jump, but you can jump over to this pillar here and you'll just live. Nothing to do here. It's just a dumb fact. You know, from BO2 Zombies. Something more interesting is in the spawn, you can just jump onto this pillar. Climb all over it. Have fun. Show your friends. Please. They need to see this. Show them. That's about all you can do in this spawn.
Holy fuck. This thing looks like a fucking bolt of the fucking head. What the fuck?
One thing that becomes more obvious over time with some of these maps is just how incredibly jank certain things are. Like this glitch I found while exploring Mob of the Dead in NoClip. You see the portal right here, underneath this first dog spot, has an Easter egg where throwing grenades into it rewards you with 20 points. And right underneath where this portal is an unrelated corridor of the map. But I guess the hitbox for the Easter egg extends a little bit too far below the floor here, so if you throw a grenade at the ceiling, you just get 20 points. Just like if you were to throw it from above. Which makes this kind of useful in a way, but this is still really stupid that it works like this. But I think it's really cool actually. It just makes so much sense. Continuing with the jank logic, let's talk about these blue skulls. Normally you throw your Hell's Retriever at them to collect them. But we're just throwing out logic here at this point, so we're collecting them through the walls now.
What is this about?
The hitbox for these skulls seems to be a lot bigger than you'd think. There's a few spots where this is really noticeable and actually does anything.
What'd I do?
The first one is super simple. After picking up the retriever, go behind it and aim up at the roof and you'll be able to collect the skull from the jail cell from right here. It's like speedrunning. Yeah. Another spot, if you aim right up here outside the cafeteria, you'll collect the skull that's on the roof. You can see going through the walls at this spot that it's actually a lot closer than you'd think. You wouldn't know this otherwise, but you know, it just makes so much sense. Oh, and while not being a skull, you can collect the spoon for the golden spork Easter egg from above here in the infirmary. Aim at this mattress right here and you'll collect the spoon through the floor. Then you can immediately turn around and put it right in the bathtub for the next step. It actually makes it kinda useful. And as a little extra dumb thing to ruin it for you, your perks reorder alphabetically when going into Afterlife. You're welcome for pointing this out to you. It happens every single time. I know you needed to know this, and now you'll never forget!
Anyone thinking about checking out?
Something that all the Victus maps have are the bank and the fridge, allowing you to transfer money and weapons between games and across maps. But have you ever thought about what happens when you take a gun that's not on the other maps and put it in the fridge? Well, those guns transform into completely different guns. On Die Rise, they added the PDW, AN-94, and the SVU, some of the best weapons on that map. When taken out on transit, these guns turn into the Chicom, Galil, and FAL. Quite the downgrade on some of these. I wouldn't even take out my SVU if I knew it was going to become a fucking FAL.
You kidding me? I want a refund.
On Buried, they added the Remington New Model Army and the LSAT. When taken out on transit, these guns become the Python and the Hammer. But be warned, when you take these guns out and transform them into the other weapons, they are now permanently those weapons, and will not transform back in Buried or Die Rise, unless your name's the Python, because that one will transform back. Isn't that just awesome? Anyways, this thing didn't come with any ammo from the fridge, because that was stupid. I'm gonna head to Pack-a-Punch and... wait. I don't have any ammo for this. What do I do? I have the LSAT with no ammo and the Paralyzer, which doesn't kill the witches, and I conveniently threw all my grenades and claymores before coming in here. Oh god. If only I had watched Aestha's even more dumb things I know about Black Ops 2 zombies. I would know that the witches, when they hit you, for some reason they refill your grenades and claymores. Perfect! Thanks, Aestha on YouTube.com. Yeah, as a soft lock prevention method, I would assume, the witches will infinitely refill your grenades and claymores when they hit you. This doesn't really guarantee you'll make it out, to be honest, but it's just so stupid. It just makes so much sense. Do you remember in the first video when I mentioned this funny little ledge you can walk straight up? Well, dumb little me failed to mention that there's a second one that's just so holy fuck. It's a good thing the witches refilled my claymores, because here on Origins is one of the stupidest bugs that's still in the game to this day. Whenever you shoot out one of the upgraded staffs and hold out the claymores, all of the zombies will just explode instead of doing their normal death animation. It just makes so much sense, I guess? Lastly, I have one more really dumb, stupid thing to talk about. Something that you probably could have guessed I was gonna get to. Yeah, it's the Boomhilda. The Boomhilda shoots Ray Gun Mark II bullets, essentially acting as a mini semi-auto version of the Mark II. And if you've been paying attention in class today and taking notes, you would know that the Mark II, we can go really fast and make some really stupid jumps. One of the best jumps you can do are the gap jumps on the tank tracks. Just run, turn around, jump, spam the Boomhilda, and you'll make it across most of the time. And totally not run out of ammo, die, and have to restart the game to try again. This is extremely convenient. Normally, you'd have to make this huge trek across the map to get over here. Now you can just, jump right over it. And it works on both sides. But that's not even close to what the Boomhilda can even do. You see this wall here? Yeah, fuck this wall. It's actually a steep slope and not even a flat wall. So with enough practice and speed, you can just fucking climb up the wall. I don't think I need to tell you why this is extremely helpful if you know what's up here. Have you played this map before? Getting the lightning staff is a really long process sometimes. This one's really not that easy to hit, so keep that in mind. Isn't that so much fun? That it just makes so much sense. It just makes so much sense. It just makes so much. Well, that's all there is for today. Thank you all so much for watching this video. My head hurts so much. I'm just gonna go lay down now. If you're here from one of my previous videos, thank you so much for sticking around. It does take me a long time to get these videos out, but I do put a lot of effort into making them good. If you really enjoyed this video, do those YouTube things and subscribe to the channel. I'll tell you, I'm planning on having the next one out a lot sooner than this one. So, see you then.